Are you unemployed? First of all, God bless you and God bless your family. God bless you. Are you struggling financially? Literally don't have any money, having an extremely hard time surviving. Okay. But do you have a cell phone that has like computer access, meaning you could get onto Google, you could do Google searches, and you can make phone calls and text messages. That might be all you need to make money. Okay. There was a time in my life where my wife, God bless her, I mean, she's still battling it, stage 4 breast cancer. And it was very, very heartbreaking, as you can imagine. It still is. I'm devastated. My wife is the heart and soul of our whole family. My children love her so much with all their heart and souls. I love her with all my heart and soul. She's everything to us. And, at the time, when she was first diagnosed, I didn't have any money. It was very difficult for me. I was going through an extremely tough financial time. Now, besides, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was working. I was doing real estate. I was making money. I started a GoFundMe page where my family contributed. They helped as well. But putting all of that aside, I did something else, and it worked. Okay, I did what's called networking events, and you should try this. Okay, so what I did was the networking event was a benefit concert to benefit my wife with stage 4 breast cancer. Okay, I called it a breast cancer awareness event. I could say events plural because I did a few of them. What I did was I tried to categorize it into something where I could get sponsors. Now I'll tell you what I did. I called it a real estate networking event, but all proceeds went to breast cancer awareness. You say, okay. So the reason why you might say, well, why did you make it a real estate networking event? Why not just ask anybody to come? Because see, people who want to come to networking events want to network with people in their own industry. I got bish, you understand? So if you start inviting plumbers and a guy who's a butcher and a hair salon and a massage therapist, it's not going to work because there's no benefit for them. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Now, as much as you want to believe people would just come because they want to support breast cancer and they're good people, you can't count on that. There's got to be a direct benefit for the sponsor to attend the event. Okay. So if you make it a real estate networking event, meaning that you're going to have developers, you're going to have real estate, big, agents, construction, big executives. You're going to have everybody in that industry. It's worth it now for someone to come because now they can meet someone that can directly benefit their business. And at the same time, you're benefiting. Why? Because you have something that is going towards a cause. In my case, it was my wife to help her with her medical conditions and her medical bills and her lifestyle, her expenses. You have to be on a special diet and you need special clothing. Okay. So here's what I did. Okay. I would call up a venue. Now, I mean, this was before the coronavirus. I mean, I know times are a little different now, but things are starting to lighten up. People are going out to restaurants again and people are going to concerts. I just saw Billy Joel's concert. There's 70,000 people there. So things are certain, people have gotten, their, whatever you want to say, vaccine shots. Now, I'm not saying I'm an advocate of that, but I'm just saying, whatever the case may be, people are going out again. Okay. So, whatever works, right? People are going out again. Now, I would call up a venue. I would explain to them, listen, I have a very large amount of real estate contacts, which I actually did because I worked in real estate marketing. So I actually knew a lot of people in the real estate marketing, area, big people, because I worked for a top real estate marketing firm. So I would explain to the venue, I said, if you could just give me a tentative date, but obviously you want to give yourself ample time, right? So you want to give yourself like 2, 3 months. So I would say, give me a date 3 months from now. Just write it down tentatively. I just want you to hold that date for me. Hold. It's very important that they hold that date for you. Now, normally, if you present yourself like a big shot, that you have connections, and that they'll just listen because it's 3 months ahead. They can always cancel it. Normally, a venue will just tentatively give you that date. Now, I'm not talking about a big concert hall. I'm talking like a restaurant. I'm talking like a venue that is, we're not talking about as a Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? Just your normal restaurant, like a normal venue. Just like, they're not going to charge you anybody to give you a tentative date. So now, once you got that date, you got to be a little bit of a salesperson. You follow me, you might want to put together a nice email. And I don't know if you have, I had LinkedIn. I still to this day, I have like 5,000 contacts. And I started emailing people saying that, look, I just want a reservation if you would be interested. It's a real estate networking event. We're going to have top real estate agents, top developers, top construction agents. But here's what I realized will put the nail in the coffin. You want to know what made it a big success? You got to get guest speakers that are prestigious people. You got to get people that everyone knows and everybody respects. And normally they'll do it for free. They'll do it for free because it's like a give back, It's like if you have the balls to call, like, listen, I got on the phone with the Trump organization. I got on the phone with Kushner corporations. I signed, you don't know what I've done in my life. I've signed the Kushner corporate accounts. I actually met Donald Trump. I spoke with Amanda Miller, the vice president at the Trump organization, became a very good friend. I was in contact with big real estate developers. So that's the thing. You have to have a little bit of guts and balls. But if you could get a guest speaker that has like clout, that has, someone who everyone respects, and you just explain what you're doing. Say, listen, on so and so date, it's a real estate marketing event. There's going to be everyone in your industry that knows you, construction, real estate executives, blah, blah, blah. But all of the proceeds are going to help a beautiful woman, a beautiful girl, stage 4 breast cancer, and for breast cancer awareness. You might just get somebody to agree, a big shot. And he'll say, yeah, I'll be a guest speaker. Now you got it all set up. Now you get to charge a fee for someone to come. Let's say it's $100 a person. Okay. Understand you have to offer something for that $100. So you might want to do something cheap. Maybe a little spread. Nothing crazy. A little spread of food. Okay, but listen, you got 100 people coming. That's $10,000. How much you gonna spend? You're gonna spend what? You gonna spend 1,000? You spend $1,000. Now you tell them they're responsible to buy their own alcohol. You do. You'll get killed if you provide an open bar. Now you got to charge an insane amount of money. I never go that route. I just say that there'll be a little spread of food. You go out and and pay for your own drinks. That's just me. If you want to find a way to make it an open bar, it becomes a little bit more of a headache. But sometimes the bar owner does have a deal where he'll say, whatever it is, $75 a person. We're going to offer them with food. We're going to offer them with this. But now you got to charge above that to make a profit. To me, I just like to put a little spread out because that to me is about 10% of the earnings. So if the earnings are 10,000, I'm only spending 1,000. You see what I'm saying? Now, if I do the open bar, I do all of that, it gets insane. It gets crazy. And that's basically it. So if you do not have a job, if you're unemployed, you might want to try to do something like this. And if you don't have someone in your family or, which is, God forbid, we don't want, my family's dealing with cancer and it's a terrible thing. God bless you and God bless your families if you're dealing with that. But if you don't have someone in your family that has, a serious medical illness, you could just donate the money to a good cause. But of course, you don't want to give all the money because you want to keep some of the money yourself. So you could work out a deal with whatever it is, maybe an animal rescue company. Say, look, I'm putting together an event. I would like you to be the company that benefits. And then you decide what percentage of the earnings you want to donate to. You don't have to give them 100%. I mean, listen, you got to make money, right? So you could give them 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%. 10%, whatever you want. It's up to you. Listen, they're not going to complain because they're getting free. They're not doing anything. You know what I mean? You're just like if you made $10,000, example, and you wanted to give them 25%, you're handing them $2,500 for free. What are they going to do? Be upset at you? They're going to complain? They're going to be like, yeah, you're a real meat person. No, they're going to be very happy. All right, that's just a way. Look, I'm not a financial planner. I don't give financial advice. This is something that's very hard. It takes a lot of planning, a lot of organizing. I've done it. It does work. And at the end of the day, you could have just made yourself $7,500 after everything or more, maybe even more than that for one day's work. Now, imagine you did that 10 times in a year. You make $75,000. So I'm just saying this could be a way if you're unemployed, you're down in your luck, this is a way to make some money.